everybody. Welcome to this channel, The Art of Learning Botany. I am Dr. Nirupama Das, retired Associate Professor in Botany, Department of Higher Education, Government of Odisha. In the previous video session, we have discussed double fertilization. And in that session, you have seen that the male gamete fuses with the egg to form zygote, and the other male gamete fuses with the two polar nuclei to form primary endosperm nucleus. And after this fertilization, certain changes occur in the ovule, and these changes are called as post-fertilization changes. And these post-fertilization changes results in the formation of fruit, seeds, endosperm, and embryo. The ovule converts to seeds and ovary to fruit, primary endosperm nucleus to endosperm, and zygote to embryo. And today we'll discuss on this endosperm formation. And let me discuss what is endosperm and why there is endosperm in flowering plants. So endosperm is actually a mass of tissue associated with the embryo in the seed, and it is formless, and it develops from primary endosperm nucleus and earlier to the embryo development. And because this endosperm supplies nourishing substance to the developing embryo, and it protects the embryo, and also it helps in the growth and development of the embryo. If this endosperm aborts, then the growth and development of embryo is very much adversely affected. That's why endosperm formation is very important during the embryo development. And let us see this embryo. The embryo is a the embryo requires nourishing substance during the development, and endosperm supplies that. And endosperm contains different types of food materials, that is starchy, carbohydrate type, and oily, proteinous. And in starchy, carbohydrates are generally seen in these rice, wheat, barley, and oats, and oily in the coconut and castor. And proteinous contain protein type of food is generally seen in the endosperm of maize. And sometimes endosperm is very hard and also stony, and that is found seen in the betel nut. And in some cases endosperms is not found and not seen, it is in orchids and also in coffee. And endosperms are generally triploid, because it is a result of triple fusion. And there are also different types of endosperms, that is tetraploid, haploid, and polyploid also. Haploids are generally seen in gymnosperm because it is a continuation of female gametophyte. And these tetraploid and polyploids are generally due according to the number of polar nuclei involved in the fusion process. And in this, as this is a nourishing substance, sometimes it so happens that this endosperm is completely exhausted or completely utilized by the embryo, and that's why some seeds are without endosperms, and that is called as non-endospermic seeds or X-albuminous seeds. And some examples are pea and beans. And endospermic seeds here, endosperms is seen with these seeds, and they are called as endospermic or albuminous seeds. And you can see here in this picture different types of endosperms. And here coconut, you are getting the edible part is actually this endosperm. And also you will find different in betel nut here, very hard and stony. Then coming to the development of endosperm, depending on the division and redivision of primary endosperm nucleus, there are three different types. One is nuclear, another one is cellular, and third one is halovial. Coming to this nuclear type, this is a very common type of endosperm formation, and here the primary endosperm nucleus divides and redivides and forms pre-nuclei, and here there is no cell wall formation. And here in this nucleus divides into 2 to 4 to 8 and even to 100 to thousands of free nuclei. And let us see in coconut, which is called as the botanical name is Cocos nucifera. This is very interesting. And in this tender coconut, you will find and there is a liquid, and transparent liquid is seen when the fruit is 50 millimeter in length. And here the primary endosperm nucleus divides, redivides and forms many free nuclei. And this free nuclei floats on this liquid, and that liquid in the floats on this liquid, and that liquid is after later stage it is called as coconut milk and becomes white. And these free nuclei to the latter stage, they are pushed towards periphery, then cell wall formation occurs from periphery towards center, and layers of this cellular endosperm is seen in coconut. So this cellular endosperm in coconut is actually edible, and it is very nutritive. It is called as coconut meat. And let us see the cellular type. In the cellular type, you'll find this is the second type, and here in this case, the primary endosperm nucleus divides, redivides and form a many nuclei, but immediately there is cell wall formation. And here in this nuclear division, you will find the nuclei are followed by the cell wall formation, and it develops to a cellular structure or nature. And the division of the here the primary endosperm nuclei push towards the Chalazal end, and it divides into two parts, a microbial chamber and a Chalazal chamber. And microbial chamber division occurs very rapidly, and then cell wall formation, and in the Chalazal end also division occurs, and they produce the microbial Haustoria, and also Chalazal Haustoria formation is seen in this cellular type of endosperm. Then last one is halovial type. In halovial type, it is a type of development between nuclear and cellular. It is generally found in the monocot plants and in the order Haloviales. And here you will find the primary endosperm nucleus pushed towards Chalazal end, and it divides unequally a larger microbial chamber and a smaller Chalazal chamber. And in microbial chamber, the nuclei undergoes pre-nuclear division, I mean somatic division, and then it occurs rapidly, then the Chalazal end. And when a cell and in later stage, there is cell wall formation, but at that time in Chalazal end gets crossed, and some disorganized nuclei are seen in the Chalazal end. And this halovial type is seen in the monocot plants. Let us coming to the other types of endosperm, some special types, so to say, a mosaic type of endosperm and ruminant endosperm. And mosaic endosperm, here you will get some in the endosperm some cells are having different color, and this shows a mosaic pattern, so to say, and generally seen in maize. And you will get some color different color combinations, white, yellowish white, and also blackish and slight red color. And they also differs in the nutrient content, and sometimes some are with starch, some are with sugar. And this mosaic endosperm is seen in the maize. Then coming to the ruminant endosperm, this is also a very peculiar type, and it is here, this endosperm is uneven, and here it is due to the infoldings, and the infoldings may be from the seed coat or from the growth of the endosperm itself, and it shows some teeth like ruminants, and that's why it is called as ruminant endosperm. And it is found in this palm and also in cocolobacter. And you can see in the picture how the maize shows different color combination, and this ruminant endosperm shows different types of enfoldings. And in maize, some cytological studies says that this mosaic pattern is due to the aberrant feature of the chromosome during cell division. Then coming to this function of endosperm, how it benefits this plant during the development of embryo. It is very nutritive in nature, and it is a nutrition to the developing embryo. And it also senses the environmental changes by secreting certain chemicals, and thereby it regulates the embryo development. It also protects the embryo by acting as a chemical barrier during seed germination. And also this is very important for this embryo, and sometimes in albuminous seed it is also used by human beings as a food material. Two-thirds calories of the food materials human beings are getting from this endosperm. So that's why this endosperm is very important, and so to say it is a very special feature after the fertilization process. So about the nature, morphological nature of this endosperm, there are different types of schools of thoughts. Some says that it is the gametophyte structure, some says that it is a second embryo, some says that it is a double fertilization and triple fusion product. Whatever it may be, there are different types of debate, but whatever it may be, this is definitely a nutritive layer which is universally accepted. I think you like it, and let us see the different types of questions from this session. And here these are the questions, and you see here, find the most appropriate answer from the multiple choice given under each bit question. Question number 1: endosperm formation in coconut is dash type: alluvial, nuclear, cellular, and D is nuclear and cellular. Here the correct answer is B, nuclear. Then second question, the liquid in the young green coconut contains floating cell, floating nuclei, some floating cells and some floating nuclei, and none. And here the answer is floating nuclei. Then third question, the coconut fruit, the white kernel contains 2N cell, B 3N cell, C N cell, D 2N and 3N cells. And here the correct answer is B 3N cells. Then question number 4. In monocots, the common type of endosperm formation is A, nuclear, cellular, alluvial, none of the above. And here the answer is C, alluvial. Then question number 5. Which of the following seeds do not contain endosperm? A, rice, B, gram, C, castor, D, maize. Here correct answer is B, gram. Then sixth question, endosperm of wheat contains mainly A, carbohydrate, B, fat, C, protein, D, none. Here the correct answer is A, carbohydrate. Then seventh question, very hard endosperm is seen in A. castor, B. betel knot, C. gram, D. maize. Here correct answer is B. betel knot. Then coming to the second assessment, or let us see the other questions that answer to the following in 1-2 words. The cell which develops to endosperm. The answer is primary endosperm nucleus. B. The type of development of endosperm in monocots is answer is halovial. C. Highly folded endosperm. The answer is ruminant endosperm. Then D. The endosperm which contains different storage nutrition components. Here the answer is the mosaic endosperm. Then E. Seed which does not contain endosperm, that is called as non-endospermic or exalbuminous seed. Then another question, give very short answer in 2 lines to the following questions. What is halovial endosperm? The development of endosperm in which the nuclear and cellular formation occurs is called halovial. It is found mostly in monocot, especially in the order Haloviales. Then second question is, what is coconut milk? It is the liquid endosperm in coconut. In very young coconut, it contains free nuclei, but at mature, the coconut, it is the sap only. Then third question, write any 3 functions of endosperm. The functions are here. First one, it provides nourishing substance to embryo. Then second, it senses the environmental changes and protects the embryo during development. Then third is it it protects the embryo by functioning as a mechanical barrier. The next question, what is ruminant endosperm? The endosperm which shows irregular surface due to the ingrowth and infoldings is called ruminant endosperm. It is generally seen in palms and cocolobas. Then fifth question, what are the major components of the endosperm in the following seeds? Corn, here it is protein. Answer is protein. And wheat, answer is carbohydrate. Coconut, answer is fat. And castor, answer is fat. So this is all about today's discussion, and in this session we have discussed about the post-fertilization changes, what is endosperm and why there is endosperm, different types of endosperm and their content, and the different development of endosperms and the function of endosperm. I think you like it and you share and subscribe. Thank you.